You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. When the lights are out and you stumble in the dark, you kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Welcome to the famed Hickory Speedway, America's most famous short track, for round number 4 of the All-Pro Sim Super Late Model Series. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Bass, welcome to the booth with you for this one. And good grief, we've got a turnout here. I'm counting 23 haulers in the infield. Somebody's probably going home after the heat races. But these guys are really putting it to it right now, and I'm really digging it. But I do have one concern, and I'm going to bring that up on the screen right now. If you take a look at the right side, 91-degree ambient air temperature, 140-degree track temperature. Okay, now 134. That's still hot enough to cook an egg on pit road. Which means this track is going to be very hard to get a hold of tonight as we're waiting for the first victims to roll it for qualifying. And there we go. Alex Papini, the first one rolling it. Just tiptoeing off a pit road because that is a very, very sketchy pit road exit. You've got to stay right down on the apron, and it's very difficult. He's up at speed right now on the button. Nice line through 1 and 2 so far for Papini. This track's got a little bit of a weird backstretch to it. You're not really going straight except on the front stretch for about 2 seconds. Papini going to go quick time for now. Gleason Smith is on a ripper, though. As Dillon goes second quick, Bingham now bumps him. Papini goes purple to the top of the pile again, 14-10. As we're going to take a look. Welcome back, Steve Wright. It is so good to have you back with us, my friend. I hope you do watch this. Welcome home. Plain and simple, welcome home. As Wright goes 10th quick so far. Danta to the top of the heap. He's on a good one right now. Does not improve his time. Wilkerson stops it. Let's see what Ward's going to do here as he brings the 5 out on track. You see that blue cone. You're not allowed to be up above the mustard line until you get to that cone, and it is very difficult at this track. Ward now on the button. Got a good one going, that's for sure. Is it going to be good enough? That's the question. And the answer, Weston Ward, up to 4th. Tristan Swanson, there he is in that Camry. Goes 11th quick. Let's see what Grayson can do here. He's using the apron to help get that car to turn. Solid run so far. Goes purple in the first sector. Second sector for Ward. Brushed the wall, negated the lap. So it's one and done here. He's got to be clean on this lap. Gets across the line. 17th quick. He really took his foot off it there. Definitely not the run he was looking for. As we're going to get rid of that. And that's what I was afraid of. I'll tell you something about SDK and short tracks. They just don't get along, and I don't know why. There we go. That's better. Brandon Wilkerson rolling right now. There is the 56, taking it easy. Drops the hammer coming off of 4. Wilkerson on the clock. Nice run down the back chute. Good arc there going into 3. This is going to be a good one. He went purple in the first sector. Second sector, Wilkerson right to the top of the pile. Fast time for Wilkerson by half a tenth. That was a solid run. And take a look at that track temperature. He did it at 131 degrees. Good grief. Brandon Wilkerson, leave some on the table for the rest of the kids, will you? Still waiting for Justin Blackdeer to post time. Now, Chris Reardon did negate both of his laps, so he's going to be starting way deep in the heat races. Justin Blackdeer, Ethan Wolf, Brett McCoy. McCoy finally starts rolling it in the ace. And it's so difficult to stay below that mustard line. Finally gets it cleared, up onto the track, up to speed. McCoy, he's going to try to get one here. Bangs the wall, negates the first lap. Completely knocked the track bar out of it. It's going to reset, try that one again. This is going to be a one and done for him, and that's it. He gets up to speed here. He's got to put a safety lap in. Justin Blackdeer, Ethan Wolf, Trent Smith still have yet to try to post times. McCoy, nice line through one that time. Even nicer line through three. Late apex like you need to hit. And McCoy goes second quick. Nicely done, sir. As we are still waiting on the last three drivers to attempt to post times here. 3 minutes left. Track temperatures dropped a couple of degrees since we started. Partly cloudy skies. 60% water grain. That's not bad, but it's not good either. The engine tuners are definitely going to have to earn their money here tonight with as humid as it is here in Hickory. Thank God there's air conditioning in the booth, or else I would be in deep trouble. Matter of fact, I just went out to wave down the concessions guys, see if they could send up a couple of Coca-Colas. And as soon as I rolled out of this booth, the wheels on my wheelchair completely frosted over. So go ahead and tell me that I don't have a comfy booth right now. I dare you. Especially when it's 91 degrees outside the door. Again, still waiting on those guys to post times. Again, we've got to give a big shout out to Stephen Wright. Welcome back, bud. It's good to have you back with us. It's going to start deep in a heat race, but have no fear. The 61 will be moving forward. I promise you that. Thank you all so much for making this a part of your Monday evening. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss a single moment of action here on Sim Racing Media. We do have racing 7 nights a week, with tonight being a triple header, tomorrow being a quadruple header. Definitely something you're going to want to... If you're a racing fan, you need to subscribe, plain and simple. And also, don't forget to hit that like button. If you like what you're seeing, let us know. But actually, I take that back. Tomorrow night, we got a doubleheader. The Jack Dowell Simulators and Esports Truck Series. They will be round number 12 at Worldwide Tech Speedway in Gateway in Madison, Illinois. And that starts at 8:10 Eastern Time. And then at 10:05, as we always do, the nightcap on Tuesdays, Western States Racing League, season number 48 finale from Las Vegas. The longest running simulator group in the world. They actually started way back in the early, well, actually they started way back in the late 90s, and just carried the league over when iRacing came out. Wednesday night, we got the Moonshiners Racing League, round number 15 from Gateway. It'll be Matt Metler and myself in the booth for that one at 8:20. And then, where are we here? What the hell? And then on Saturday, The Dynasty Racing League Pro Series, round number 21. That'll be from Rockingham. Always get some good action at the Rock. And this coming Sunday, as we always do, full-length Sunday night NASCAR, round number 16 at Sonoma. As here we go for heat race number 1. What? Okay, the 3 guys that didn't post times. Why do I have a feeling we're going to be skipping the heat race? So with that in mind, we are going to step away, pay a couple bills, but if anything does happen on track, we'll be sure to follow it, as we will be right back after this.
There's a new approach to lawn care. Preen One Lawn Care. Preen One does.
And we are back at Hickory as they are getting ready to do a warm-up session here just to make sure those engine tuners knew what they were doing and have these cars dialed in for tonight. Track's cooling off a little bit, 131 degrees. That's about 10 degrees cooler than when these guys were practicing. So they are definitely going to need to take another look at the track just to make sure that these cars are going to move. Anything over 110, these tracks get very greasy. You can see all the rubber that's been laid down coming through the corners. And I'll tell you, folks, it's like going through the Northeast or anywhere in the snow belt. And it's right where it's like you have a rainstorm in the fall, and then the weather turns. Okay, that was interesting. But, the weather starts to turn, and unfortunately, it turns to snow, and the rain that was on the road freezes over. That's what it's like driving on this track right now. And I'll tell you right now, it's definitely going to take a lot of patience here tonight. You're going to have to be patient trying to pick the throttle back up because you're going to be in trouble if you get overly aggressive. I mean, you've got to have reserved aggression here tonight, and that's going to be the key to moving forward. About 8 minutes left here in the warm-up session. Once again, thank you all so much for joining us in the live chat. If you haven't done this already, let us know who you're pulling for tonight. And we will try to highlight your favorite driver as the night wears on. Whoops. Currently, Papini sitting atop the pile in the hot lap session. Brett McCoy, there he is in the ace. Trying to pick him up and lay him down right now. There's Gleason Smith. Loving the paint scheme on the 5 tonight, Gleason. Jeff Dillon back with the crowd. Chris Reardon, there he is. After not posting time in qualifying, he got real lucky with the draw tonight. Mike Berner coming out of pit road right now. And, of course, it does. Survey says, yes, we do. It's that whole switching over from heat racing that really messes with live timing and scoring on my end, folks. So bear with us. We're going to make sure we get you the best action that we can, and we will try to stay on top of everything. Looks like Grayson Ward, Brandon Wilkerson, Justin Blackdeer, and Zach Coyer all have yet to present. A lot of drivers electing to sit out the warm-up session. I mean, it's basically a free shot at learning the track. As you can see, the 9 starting to slip and slide a little bit. That's Mike Berner in the 009. Beautiful Valvoline paint scheme. The only Pontiac in the field tonight, I believe. Zach Coyer in the 13. Sir, I'm going to need you to turn the volume down on that paint scheme. It's a little bit loud. Oh, bet you that thing glows in the dark. That'd be fun to find out. As he is driving Illumina. We'll talk about going old school on the nose decals. And that is going to be an unsafe pit exit. As you had 2 tires up on track. Again, let us know who you're pulling for tonight. There is the chief cook and bottle washer of the league, also driving a Pontiac. There we go. That's Jeff Dillon in the 50 Deuce. Aaron Hicks just coming out of, just going back to pit road, I should say. There's Corey Rogers in the 17. Digging the Hoosier purple on that car. Really digging that. There's Jeremy Bingham in another Pontiac as he goes back to the pits. Kind of a Rusty Wallace tribute scheme on that one. Digging it. There's Tristan Swanson banging the wall on the front chute. And probably knocked the track bar out of that car as it completely goes sideways going into one. Ken Storkson. These guys get really creative with the paint schemes in this league, and I really love it. There is the man, Steve Wright, back with us out of Shelby, Michigan. Yeah, Shelby, Michigan. Shelbyville, I'm sorry. And if you missed it last week, we were talking about Steve. Had a rough patch there last week, actually 2 weeks ago, and had some. He had to have some operations to, I believe it was getting his throat fixed. And don't quote me on that, but he was down and out for a couple of weeks. Everybody running tribute schemes last week to Steve. Good to have him back with us tonight. Again, Steve is always fast in race trim, so keep your eye on that 61. It may look beaten and battered and caved in on the right side, but, you know, if you're not hitting the wall at some point, you're not trying. 4 wide does not work on the back chute. Steve gets turned. Probably going to take that one back to the pits. Safe bet. I win. Brandon Wilkinson in the posse number 56. And there is Grayson Ward right behind him in that very sharp-looking black and white paint scheme. There's a little bit of a gap between the haves and have-nots here tonight. Swanson went even faster in race trim than he did in qualifying. So did McCoy, so did Wilkinson, and Papini. Actually, everybody so far has beat their qualifying time with full tape and having these things trimmed right out. And now they're in race trim, and they're faster in race trim. Don't look at me. I don't know how to explain it, because that really doesn't make any sense to me. Take a look at that track temp again. 130 degrees. Yeah, it's about where it was when qualifying came to an end. Just boggles my mind, that's for sure, and that's not hard to do. Corey Rogers in the 17. Again, really digging the Hoosier paint on that car. Has that Hoosier tire feel to it. Running for snap-on tonight. Hey. Sideways, gets it turned. Hot laps come to an end. As we are getting ready now, we're going to take a look at tonight's starting grid. Jeremy Bingham sets quick time, 14.186, 8 thousandths of a second faster than Matt Beatty. Weston Ward and Aaron Hicks going to roll it from row number 2. Alex Papini, Anthony Danta in row 3. Brett McCoy and Brandon Wilkinson in row number 4. Zach Coyer, Jeff Dillon making up row number 5. Row 6, we see Travis Wright and Corey Rogers. Tristan Swanson, Mike Mike Berner. Jeepers, my eyes are going bad, I promise. Gleason Smith, Rick Ward in row number 8. Row 9, Steve Wright, welcome home. He's going to be joined with Ken Storkson. That is row number 9. Row 10 sees Grayson Ward, the last driver to lay a time in qualifying. He's going to be joined with Trent Smith. Ethan Wolf, Justin Blackdeer, and Chris Reardon starting shotgun on the field, lined up via their iRatings. As the pace car starts to roll it, there is your pole sitter, Jeremy Bingham. Bingham has been strong the last 4 weeks that I've been able to broadcast this league. And these guys always put on an amazing show. So buckle in, settle down, grab yourself a nice cold beverage, and enjoy the action tonight as we do 125 laps here at America's most famous short track, Hickory Motor Speedway. As the pace truck picks up a little bit of pace, the only thing that's left for me to say is, it's time to wipe the visor and adjust the 5-point harness. Grandma, grab the barbecue because it's time to get it on in North Carolina. Race fans, it's show time! Side-by-side action is Danta on the high side. Bingham in the preferred lane. Danta sideways coming through 3 and 4. These guys are picking them up, laying them down right now. As Bingham going to show the way. Danta now has to deal with Weston Ward. Ward on that bottom side. Definitely trying to make it happen. Gets the run coming off a 1. Nicely done, sir. And now that opens the door for Alex Papini to get there. Oy. And we've got drivers hitting the wall. Something happened with Chris Reardon. Trent Smith, Justin Blackdeer, Mac Vady, and Ethan Wolf all did not start. So we only have 19 cars that did start. And Chris Reardon is a lap down already pancaking the right side of the 46. Everybody getting single filed out here tonight. Now they do have 2 sets of tires. So if we get a caution about halfway, it's going to get real interesting. If we don't have a caution by halfway, it's going to get even more interesting, as I'm not sure these guys are going to want to try to do 125 laps on the same Mr. Feelgoods. Actually, I take that back. These are Hoosiers on this car. Oh, 3 wide situation with the lap car. And Grayson Ward's in trouble. Go back and see what happened to the 9. He had major problems. Gets that car slowed. That car will not turn. That's definitely not a good thing, as we're going back just outside the top 10. There's Aaron Hicks just getting by Zach Coyer. That was your battle on track. Brandon Wilkinson in the 56. He has the ace of Brett McCoy all over him. As a matter of fact, this is what the rearview mirror looks like in Wilkinson's car, basically. That is McCoy all just hounding him. But they don't call Brandon Wilkinson the Iceman for nothing. It's going to take a lot to shake that kid. And now, here we go, battle for 5th place as McCoy looks to the inside. And we're under caution. Oh, big problems for Hicks. That car's a mess. What happened? There you see the 39. Everything seems to be okay so far. Oh, the 009 goes up the track. Wilkinson nowhere to go, tags the 5. That was Gleason Smith. Now you're going to see the car in front of him, the 009. He's going to get sideways. I got to find them. Bear with me. There's the 009. Now he's got a car hounding him. That's the 100. He tries to collect it and just tags the 5. Let's go back and see what the eye in the sky picked up. And see if there was contact between the 009 and the 100. See a little bit of stutter coming off of 4. Yep, there was contact. The 100 just got him loose. Comes 009 trying to save it. Comes up the track. Unfortunately, the door was closed. It's Gleason Smith in the 5. Eats the wall. And Aaron Hicks, nowhere to go, tagged him. So we go back live. Unfortunately, Hicks had to burn his fast repair this early. Few takers down pit road, doing damage repair, maybe getting a little top off with the fuel tank. So Jeremy Bingham, Weston Ward, your front row. Pace truck is in. Here we go. Bingham has the button, jumps on the loud pedal. Ward goes with him. Watching McCoy work the top side right now. A little bit of blinking action. That's got to be very unsettling for the guys around him. As here comes Corey Rogers on Danta. Still door to door. That is your battle for 5th. Danta has it. Rogers wants it. Rogers sends it going into 1. Gets a slight advantage down the back chute. Danta battles back, taking the short way around. Still door to door for 5th place. These guys are amazing. They run side by side for the past 4 or 5 laps anyways. No contact as Rogers is going to have to get in line. He finally does. Just lifts ever so slightly to get in front of Danta. However, he's got a very hungry Tristan Swanson right behind him. So if he's going to make a move, he better do it quick. As we got a battle for the lead starting to heat up. Ward hounding Bingham. On board with Weston Ward right now. And you can see that he's got some runs. He enters the corner better. Bingham gets off the corner better. And of the two, I would rather have off the corner because in a drag race situation, coming to the line, I'm going to get you. And Ward's right there. Let's take a quick look at the last few lap times here compared to Bingham. Ward has been quicker 2 of the last 3 laps. Trying a different line, see if he can get a crossover. Catches that apron, has to collect it. You saw the back end start to step out there. That is a very scary thing to have happen, I can promise you. As he's got to worry now as Papini gets by him on the inside. Here comes McCoy as well. Ward caught on that top side. He's got to stop the hemorrhaging. Danta slams the door. Another coat of paint, those guys would have been in trouble. So now Bingham, it's got a little bit of a cushion. Back to Papini. McCoy right there as well. You see this freight train starting to get a little bit chippy as we're getting ready to put 30 laps in the books. Bingham, Papini, McCoy, Ward, Dance at your top 5. Corey Rogers within striking distance as well. Then you got about a half second back to Tristan Swanson in the Century car. Jeff Dillon's another 3/4 of a second back. Zach Coyer another half second behind him. Tight racing at the front of this piece. As Bingham holding a very tighty line. Papini's going to have to bump him. Going to have to move him up the track. That's about all. The only way you're going to get by Bingham, moving him up the track. That's it. That kid doesn't know fear. He doesn't. I don't think he looks in his rearview mirror a lot. Both eyes out the windshield as Bingham continues that solid line. Is bumping going on. All right, so the chrome horns are coming out as Papini gives Bingham a shot, lets him know he's coming. Here comes Papini up the inside. Bingham battles back on the top shelf. We're at the point where your elbow's up right now. We're going to find out who the drivers are and who the steering wheel holders are. You have worn all the goodie off those Hoosiers. And what I mean by that is once these tires get up to temperature at about lap 2, you've got maybe 15 laps. You can really just work the ever-loving bejesus out of those tires. And after that, forget it. You're along for the ride. Bingham continuing to backslide as Danta works the inside. No room at the end for Bingham. He's caught on that top side, and that is definitely not where he wants to be. So here comes Corey Rogers, 17 on 17 action tonight. As I'm hearing beating and banging, and we got one that just retired. Chris Reardon blew the engine, tows it to the pits. Bingham and Rogers still putting on a battle. Bingham hanging tough on that top side, though. Getting a little bit better run off of 2. Rogers, though, he's got the preferred line. And Tristan Swanson right there as well. There's about 4 cars. Bingham's in trouble. Flat out. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, all right there. With Bingham, unfortunately, caught on that top lane. As here comes Dillon to the inside. Bingham continues to backslide. He has to get down. He's got to stop the hemorrhaging. Dillon gets by him. Corey now gets by him. Finally, Bingham can get to the bottom lane. He just lost 8 spots, currently running at 9th. That is not where your pole sitter wants to be. As we take a look a little bit forward, Tristan Swanson in that 100 Camry. He's got Jeff Dillon all over him right now. Checking back here in 12th, that is Steve Wright trying to make a move on Michael Berner. Wright, unfortunately, caught on that top lane. A little bit of damage and pancake the right side of that car. Definitely not what Wright wanted to do. As Berner on a recovery drive right now. You can see just how pancaked the right side of that car is after tagging the wall. Currently holding down 12th. And something just happened to Brett McCoy. Brett McCoy just had a throughput. He is now, the ace is out. We'll go back to this fight. Battle for 5th. Swanson and Coyer starting to heat things up. Swanson in the black car, Coyer in that bright day glow green. Integrity Farms on that car. If you get that reference, we can be friends. Let's go on board with Coyer. This is basically what he's seeing right now as he's sizing up Swanson, figuring out, okay, what do I got to do to get by this guy other than move him? Guess what? You're going to have to move him. Every pass that's been made has started with a bump and run. And usually the driver that's caught on the outside is screwed. Working lap 53 of 125 here tonight from Hickory. Thank you so much for being a part of our coverage here on a Monday. We'd love to have you join us for the rest of the week, too, as we've got racing 7 days a week here on Sim Racing Media. A couple leagues on hiatus, but generally we've got a lot of racing going on. As there goes Rick Ward at lap down. Checking up with Weston Ward. And no, I do not know that answer. He's got a counter steer. Weston is struggling. That car is loose on entry. You can see his hands. He is fighting a loose car. That orange stripe should be at 12 o'clock as opposed to about 1:30. So Ward is really up on the wheel as that is Steve Wright right in front of Alex Papini, your race leader. He has already lapped up to 12th. As there goes Papini on the inside of the inside of Steve Wright. Wright's going to let him go. Gets right back down low. Right back in the racing groove. See if he can get back up to speed. Right now, he's holding up Weston Ward a little bit. As the 57 gets up and out of the way. That is a lap car. That's Kenneth Storkson. Big problems early for him. As now Wright gets up and out of the way. Ward's dance has sprung free. As we're going to check back here just inside the top 10. That's the 10 of Steve Wright in 9th. Bingham on the top side again. Oh, that is not good. Is now Wright up to 8th. Wilkinson up to 9th. Bingham currently sits just inside the top 10. This is your closest battle on track for 8th. And here comes Wilkinson. Makes that pass look easy and good for Travis Wright. He's able to get right back down. Bad news for Jeremy Bingham. He's got to get back to him. I think Bingham may have gone too hard too soon, and those tires are cooked, and we're not even at halfway. Actually, we are just at halfway. So you got to wonder who's going to flinch first and gamble on tires under a green flag pit stop. That is going to get sketchy because this pit road is not easy to get on and it's even harder to get off of cleanly. You see that yellow line down on the bottom lane here going through 1 and 2 and that blue cone? You have to keep all 4 tires below the yellow line until you get past that blue cone. I guarantee you're going at least 2 laps down if you do take tires, as we are on a 3/8 mile bull ring here in Hickory, North Carolina. Again, America's most famous short track. Everybody knows about Hickory. And the reason for that, a lot of NASCAR stars have come out of the super late model division here at the stick. We got a battle for the lead as Ward looking to the inside of Papini, coming down the front stretch. Papini slams the door going into one. Ward not happy with him. He's going to have to take another shot at him as he's trying to arc a little bit better coming off of the corner. Right now, Papini has that advantage. Ward and Danta right there. Danta's just far enough back that should those two guys get into each other wrong, Danta can take a base of action. And then you're almost a full second back to fourth place, which is the 17 of Corey Rogers. Working lap 73. I dare say that these guys are going to try to make it a zero-stop race. Now, if we do get a late race caution, I promise you, you're going to see just about everybody go to fresh tires. The fall off right now, not too dramatic, about half a second. We were talking about the weather earlier, taking a quick look. Track temperature is still 130 degrees. And it's gotten even more humid, so hopefully those engine tuners guess right on what pills to put in the carburetors. And you can see the back rotors on Papini's car are just cherry red as he is trying to use the brakes to get that car to initiate rotation. It means that thing is starting to get very tight. And for those of you new to racing, tight is when you hit the wall with the front end of the car. Loose is when you hit the wall with the back end of the car. Horsepower determines what speed you're going when you hit the car. And torque determines how far you take the wall with you when you hit it. Oh no, Papini having connection issues. That is not good. He is blinking badly right now. And if you're Weston Ward, you've got to be careful, because the last thing you want to do is end up with a driver in your passenger seat due to lag. Papini gets that thing sorted out slightly, gets settled down anyways. As Ward looking to take another shot at him, Danta right there. All that blinking has let Corey Rogers close in. We've now got a 4-car shootout at the front. 81 laps in the books already. Papini, Alex Papini, Western Ward, Anthony Danta, Corey Rogers, your top 4 in shot right there. Then you're a second back to the 100 of Tristan Swanson, rounding out your top 5. Zach Coyer's another half-second back off of him. Jeff Dillon's another second back. Brandon Wilkinson's another second back in 8th. 2 seconds is the gap back to Travis Wright in 9th. And Travis, luckily, right now has a 5-second cushion back to your pole sitter, Jeremy Bingham. Bingham is in trouble. Flat out, he is in trouble with a capital T. I want to talk about guys praying for a caution flag right now. As Ward gets into Papini coming off of 4. Ward getting very frustrated right now. As now he looks to the inside, long side for Papini. Ward with a bid for the lead. Papini now caught up on that top side. Bangs the wall at the flag stand. That's going to open the door for Danta. Anthony Danta now up into second. Whoa! Sideways for Ward coming down the back chute. Danta Papini still slugging it out for second place. As they bang fenders going into 1, that shoots Papini up the track. Opens the door for Rogers now. And then you've got the lap car. Oy vey. Brett McCoy in shot right there. Looks like he had to burn a fast repair after a lot of damage. Right now, Ward, Danta, Rogers, Papini, Swanson, your top 5. Papini finally able to stop the hemorrhaging. Goes from 1st to 4th in 5 laps. And he's still having trouble. That car of Papini's is a wreck. It almost looks like a pavement modified at this point, with both fenders just caved in. An open wheel late model. Why not? It's iRacing. Anything's possible. There's the ace of Brett McCoy playing with these leaders. And I don't think that's such a great idea, Brett. I'll be honest with you. You know, it's going to get frustrating. And he's probably getting yelled at right now in the in-sim chatter. As now, he's right on the back bumper of your race leader. As the race leader has now caught Jeremy Bingham. The problem is McCoy is, yes, he's on fresher tires, but you've got to use your head, bud. You're 3 laps down. Actually, you're more than that. McCoy back in 17th. He spent a long time on pit road because he is currently 30 laps down. As Rogers continues to hound Danta, Bingham gets up and out of the way like, you know, a respectful racer does. Knows these guys are faster. As Danta now goes to the inside. Rogers going to follow him through. That's your battle for second. The closest battle on track. As we are 25 to go at the stripe. Thank you all so much for making us a part of your Monday evening. You were watching the All-Pro Sim Super Late Model Series. Round number 4 from Hickory. Your points leader, Anthony Danta, currently sits in second place. But you got to wonder, is Weston Ward going too hard? We're inside 25 to go. Rogers hounding Danta right now. As these guys are putting on a clinic of how to drive super late models. Only one caution for incident. That happened way back. Back on lap 12. And we have gone green the rest of the way. 20 laps to go next time by. Danta having to deal with Rogers. Taking a look from Danta back to Rogers. You see that Rogers gets a little bit better rotation center off. The only problem is he can't get the run at Danta. So we're on board with Rogers now out of Medford, New York. And you can see he's definitely done a lot of sim racing. And he's running out of time, but he's got lap traffic that he might be able to use as a pick if he times it right. It's a lap car, kind of holding Danta up just a little bit now. can promise you, Danta is getting frustrated with Gleason Smith right now. Smith gets up and out of the way. Danta sideways off of 4. Let's Rogers give him a little bit of a nudge there. Let him know, hey, I'm here. And we're under caution. Oh, my goodness. What happened? Looks like Travis Wright had problems. Let's take a look at what happened. There he is with the 009, a burner. Now, Wright is on the lead lap. Burner is a lap down at this point. Oh, contact coming off of 4. Wow. And that's why we don't run open wheel. Let's watch that again. It's a view from right above my head. Thanks, guys. And you can see Wright is going to give him a shot. Hits him in the corner. Very frustrated. And that car just not having a good time of it. That is our second caution for incident here. As we go back to live, I'm kind of surprised. Danta came down and took, it looks like 2 tires, which we're going to restart inside 10 to go. Danta's going to restart in 5th because Weston Ward, Corey Rogers, Alex Papini, and Tristan Swanson all elected to stay out. Danta came down for 2 right sides. Wilkinson in the 56 did the exact same thing. As the lights go out on the pace car, this is about to get very interesting, folks. And I mean that in a most terrifying way. As Weston Ward going to have the button, 9 to go on the restart, jumps on it, and we are back underway. We're going to keep an eye on Danta and company. Gets into Papini, and we're back under caution. It all went wrong for Rick Ward. Ken Stork and Mike Berner also involved in that one. Let's take a look at what did transpire. There you see the Kroger number 34 of Ward. Gets on it. We're back underway. Misses a shift. And just gets tagged by the 57. And the 009 got sent. What happened to Berner? There's Berner coming out of the pits. Getting ready to cold trickle the field. Green flag comes back out. He sends it. The 5 sends it 3 wide, and well, there wasn't a hole there. Here we go. Folks, we're probably going into overtime. I dare say it's a good possibility at this point. Weston Ward trying to save as much fuel as he can, trying to cool those tires off. 122 degrees. We have dropped 8 degrees since we started. That's the good news. Here's the bad news. The track gets tight when the temperature goes down. 10 degrees might not sound like much, but guess what? These drivers can feel it. Danta gave a shot to Papini on that restart. Pace truck is in, single file this time. Ward jumps on it. Here we go. 56 of Wilkinson timed it right. The only problem is he just got it wrong. Got caught up on that high side. Definitely not what he was hoping for. As we've got some beating and banging. Danta had big troubles off before. We're back under caution. We are going into overtime. Let's start with Anthony Danta and see what happened there. Works the inside of the 100. 100 gets completely sideways. Danta gets into him to straighten him out. They both lose a ton of positions as the 100 sends Danta into the inside wall. And then there goes the 5. And Rick Ward involved in it again. If it wasn't for bad luck, Ward wouldn't have any luck at all. So there is the 5 of Gleason. The 009 is going to be one of the ones to get into him. 3 wide. Yep, there it goes. Oh! Well, there you go. Then Brett McCoy redesigning that car. What happened with Bingham here? I'm seeing Jeremy Bingham had issues. Here we are coming again to the green again. Now, folks, we are going into overtime. Okay, that was after the yellow. They caught. Okay. So that was just a mistake with my timing and scoring. As we go back, single file again. Lights are out. No, they're not. Green, white, checker finish here. 2 laps. The leader has to cross the start-finish line to take the white flag for us to be racing back to checkers. Otherwise, we're going to rack them, stack them, and try it again. Up to 3 attempts. If those 3 attempts, on the final attempt, we don't get to the white flag, field frozen, race over. So where you are is where you are. As now the lights are out on the pace truck. Double file restart this time. Trying something different. Weston Ward jumps on it again. Corey Rogers able to go with him. Papini picks off Bingham. Bingham in trouble again. Here comes the 56 of Wilkinson on the fresh right sides. Able to get that car to rotate a little more effectively. Looks to the inside of Papini coming into 1. Wilkinson, and we've got problems. Final lap, though. We're racing back to checkers, baby. Weston Ward able to hang on, your winner at Hickory. Corey Rogers in second. Brandon Wilkinson, Zach Coyer, Anthony Danta in 5th. Let's go back and take a look at what happened with Papini. He has got to be fuming right now. Wilkinson looks to his inside. White flag. They make contact. Around goes to 59. 52. Nowhere to go. 10 tags him. It's a melee at the back of this thing. Wow. But there is your race winner. Doing his obligatory donuts. Awesome job tonight. Oh boy, I forgot to start Discord. Sorry, folks. I am having computer issues. Um, bear with me a quick second here. Come on, why are you doing that to me? We are gonna go, and we are waiting to see if we can get any of our podium finishers into the Discord server. Weston Ward, Corey Rogers, Brandon Wilkinson, Zach Hoyer, Anthony Dancy, your top 5. Tristan Wilkerson, Jeremy Bingham, Travis Wright, Aaron Hicks, your top 10. I'm sorry, Aaron Hicks and Alex Papini, your top 10. Papini, the last car to finish on the lead lap. As again, we are just waiting for guys to show up in the Discord. So in the meantime, we are going to reach out to the chief admin of the All Pro Sim Super Late Model Series, driver of the number 52, Jeff Dillon. Talk to us about this race at Hickory. How difficult was that with 130 degree track temperature?
Yeah, it's actually better than I thought. It was definitely really loose on entry. That's if you didn't adjust your brake bias the correct way, it would catch up to you. So which everyone did a good job holding on to it for most of the race. Then it started getting tight to the center, and it was just loose off, but it wasn't terrible. I mean, everyone raced pretty smart, so I think everyone took care of stuff for the first 120 laps of the race. But I think everyone adapted pretty well. But just overall lack of grip on entry and exit.
That sounds about right. You could cook an egg on pit road, that's for sure. How much of a happy moment was it for you when you saw Steve Wright log in and start driving again?
It was big because I didn't think he was going to be out here this week. So, for him to come on out here and race, especially this track and the way the setup was, just the temperatures and just lack of grip, it's a lot of work. It's
Oh yeah,
mentally demanding too, and physically. You're gonna sim, it still wears on you. So for him to come out here, that was big. And man, I'm just happy he actually got to, he didn't get wrecked down the heat race. He actually got to make the show and run most of the race. So
yeah,
it's definitely good to see him out here.
definitely getting the Ironman award for this week. Didn't get the finish he was hoping for, but definitely put on a show. Had a strong run and until he got caught up in someone else's dumpster fire. But Jeff, you guys have my utmost respect. Coming to Hickory, a 3/8 mile bull ring, and you guys only had 2 cautions for incident. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was. I wasn't expecting it. I was worried in practice with us being so loose on entry on exit. Like, man, this is not going to be good. But it turned out really good. Everyone was giving taking pretty good. Lap cars were holding their line and gave everyone room. And me and Zach kind of got our own little island there for a little bit, so I didn't see all the action up front. But it went pretty good. I mean, of course, we had a couple of yellows and. I mean, it's short track racing, so we got some old tires, new tires, so it was.
Yeah, but
it was
still,
going to happen.
Only 2 cautions, or 3 cautions for incident, and one having to do with somebody on fresh tires making a maybe a little overly aggressive mistake, but it wasn't bad. It was actually awesome action throughout the night. I'm not gonna keep you too much longer. First thing, how can somebody join the All Pro Sim Super Late Model Series? Second question, who do you need to thank for tonight?
The first thing is probably our Facebook page, probably the best way. So if you look for All Pro Sim Facebook group, go ahead and try to join the group on there, and one of the admins will accept you on there. And also, if you look us up on iRacing, I'm not sure what our actual league number is, but hit us up on there, and especially since our car count is kind of we're getting down to our core group, we can probably squeeze in a few more guys since we're not having 30 plus fields, car counts out here. But yeah, I thank all the our admins. I know Matt's not here right now, and Justin, I think he missed the race as well. But Zach and all the other guys who help out, even all the core guys that hang around and do their best to make it a good race every week and get it improving, and which we're going in the right direction. We are, and so it's definitely. I think we found a good group here, so we're just tweaking some things here and there, and of course, for everyone on the broadcast, you guys to put on a great show every week, and definitely helps get the league out there, and anything to support iRacing and short track racing here is a good thing. So definitely you guys, and hopefully everyone's watching had a showed out middle part of the race, but have an exciting finish.
Absolutely. But, Jeff, I want to just say, I'm going to let you go after this, but I just want to say that, I broadcasted this league for the past, I believe, 5 weeks. Every time you guys have hit the track for the A feature, you guys have put on an amazing show, and I am absolutely thankful that I got to be your broadcaster for this league. And, you guys are doing awesome. Keep putting on the great show, and we will see you next week, my friend.
Well, yeah, I really appreciate it, and we have a wide range of drivers here, and it's tough, man. This league it's tough, man. We got some really good drivers here, so it's a struggle to have a decent finish at this place. But yeah, I appreciate it, and I think everyone's working hard to try to have better races, and it's showing. And yeah, thank you so much too. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll catch you next week.
Absolutely. I am not going to miss it for the world. Jeff Dillon, ladies and gentlemen, the chief admin here at the All Pro Sim Super Late Model Series and driver of the number 52, coming home in 11th place, unfortunately getting caught up in a melee there in the mid-pack. But again, taking a look at your finishing order, Weston Ward, Corey Rogers, Brandon Wilkinson, your top three, Zach Hoyer, Anthony Danta recovering to 5th, Swanson coming home in 6th, Bingham, Jeremy Bingham, Travis Wright, Aaron Hicks, and Alex Papini, your last car on the lead lap in 10th. Jeff Dillon, of course, finishing one lap down. Gleason Smith, Ken Storkson, Michael Berner, Rick Ward, Steve Wright coming home in 16th position. Come on. There we go. Then you've got Brett McCoy, who looked strong early, and unfortunately, the wall was a little bit stronger. Chris Reardon, Grayson Ward, the final one to actually take the green. Matt Vady did not make the call. Trent Smith, Ethan Wolf, and Justin Blackdeer all not making the A feature. That is going to do it for us tonight. Be sure to join us tomorrow night for the doubleheader, starting at 8:10 Eastern. 8:10 Eastern time, with the Jack Dow Simulators in the Esports Truck Series as they go to round number 12 at Worldwide Tech Speedway, formerly known as Gateway in Madison, Illinois. And then the nightcap tomorrow night, as we always do, Western States Racing League, season number 48, season finale at Vegas. Just Orange Passer reminding you, ladies and gentlemen, that until we meet again, and as you walk down the road of life this week, do us all a huge favor. Don't play in traffic. We'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.